EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see a three-time Pro Bowler, Derek Carr, leading the Oakland Raiders as they take on Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos. With that, we're off to the Rocky Mountains. Standing by in Denver, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Derek Carr set to take the reins of this offense here for the Oakland Raiders. And Carr, completion percent much of the season. It'd be his first time ever reaching that number. But the touchdown passes have fallen off. You think him back to 2015, his second year in the league, 32 touchdown passes, a career high. He's going to be well short of that number this season. And with a team moving from Oakland to Las Vegas and Derek Carr being well under 500 as a starting quarterback for the Raiders, you wonder if he's going to be making that 550-mile trek southeast with the rest of this crew. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's stopping right there.
Shotgun now for Carr. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
Now Carr. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Well, showcase cornerback Kareem Jackson has brought his talents from Houston to Denver, and the Broncos are really excited about using him all over their secondary. Primarily a corner for most of his career, the last couple of seasons he swung back to safety as well and has done a nice job in both spots.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. A solid run on.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Throwing now is Carr. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Hey. 4 down.
On the draw, Richard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Quarterback Drew Lock getting ready to go here on offense with the rest of the Denver Broncos. We've seen some good, some bad out of Drew Lock. I guess that's what you would expect, Charles, out of a rookie QB. You know, an example, a little microcosm, if you look at Week 14 and 15. Week 14, really good in a win at Houston. Week 15 in the snow, a real clunker. Team only put up 3 points in a loss at Arrowhead. You think that he's going to be the quarterback 2020 in Denver?
And might I throw in Week 13 with a late comeback against the Chargers at home where they kicked the game-winning field goal. What a way to get started. I do think he'll be the starter Week 1, 2020. Rolling the dice year in and year out on a quarterback is tough to do. They spent capital last year, 2nd round, getting Drew Lock when many thought he would be a 1st rounder. Yes, he'll have his ups and downs here down the stretch. We know that. But at the same time, I do think there's an investment there. I do think there's potential there. And you're asking me to predict? I'm saying Drew Lock takes the first.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, they'll throw with Lock. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Lock. Tim Patrick there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here. As the Raiders set up for this next drive, you know, it's strange to think about this team moving to Las Vegas in 2020. Final home game back on December 15th in Oakland. They lost that game to Jacksonville, but what a storied franchise. Great years in Oakland, and they moved to Los Angeles, came back to Oakland, and the run the second time around in Oakland since '95 has not been as strong. Under 500 as a team since coming back. They did have the one Super Bowl appearance in Super Bowl 37, but kind of a strange ending in a season that won't end in the playoffs before they head out to Las Vegas next year. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
We got three.
From the gun, it's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From midfield, here's Carr. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. 39 yards. It's not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's put that team on the clock.
Carr to throw again. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay that you just talked about. Change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The linebacker, William Compton, in on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. A gain there of 21 yards. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. Second tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hockenson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions. But Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Locke off of play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Benson Mayowa, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Sack. Quarterback gets hit.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Clock now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They look to throw. It's Locke. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Deshaun Hamilton, 64 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Time 5 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a crave made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Purcell in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 23. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're ahead turnovers.
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Locke now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check me out. Watch the ship. Hey.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first. So much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Let's
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On first down, Lindsey, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, Lindsey. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Down. 10-2 stop. Come on, dude. Double tight, guys. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down.
Locke, he's set to take a knee, and that should do it for this ball game.
Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3, and they got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.